Okay, so I said I wasn't going to do another part 3, so I'm making this a supplemental part 2A. I'm going to do one video just on the whole diorama itself without me talking or anything, just put it to music. But I wanted to throw this in here because I had some other additions and some changes that I made. And I just wanted to show this so people knew where this was all coming from. So again, I added the Ben-Hur ships, or the Roman ships, which are Remco. These are 50 millimeter, and added some camels, which are not. Those are AIP, Armies in Plastic camels. As you can see, I put the sand down, painted and installed all those, and I did add this at the last second, even though it was actually based on the ending of Jesus's life. If you remember from the movies, it started off with the birth of Christ. So I put this in a corner just to have that on the diorama. And it kind of fit, So this is it. Again, added the water, which wasn't, it's kind of an afterthought, but I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And I think I'm taking these out. These are painted. I think they were like BMC or some knockoff brand. I didn't like them painted. They were painted, and I just painted them gray, but I still think they're a little more closer to TSSD, bigger figures. So I don't like them next to the Marx stuff. I'm probably going to put a bunch of hat Romans and things like that in there because they are 1/32 scale. You can see I added the ladies from Marx. These are a little bit bigger than these, but being off to the side like that, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But definitely horse and riders are a little bit off scale. I'm trying to keep this all 1/32 scale so the Plastic Journal won't get mad at me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And this is Wednesday before Easter weekend coming up, Good Friday. So I'm trying to get this all ready and have a flyer in the neighborhood. So hopefully we get a lot of people coming in to check it out. And I think it's one of a kind. Like I said, this is 3 foot wide by 6 foot long, and probably one of the only ones in existence that I know of. If there's more out there, please post some pictures and put them up. But I put a lot of time and effort into this. Like I said, made the backs to all these, all this. I think the gray came out. It's okay. It's okay. Now that it's up against all the other stuff that I made, it's okay. I can live with it. A little bit darker than I really wanted, but this little fountain I just completed today. I don't know what that plastic piece was, but to me it looked like a water fountain. So I made that. That is just a clear straw in there with some clear caulking put around it, and then put some caulking on the inside. So pretty simple little scatter terrain that I made there. Trying to think what else I can show you guys. Put out all the accessories. Like I said, I made a lot of extra figures in the stands, and you can probably recognize these guys. You know, they're either the gladiators, or I had extra chariot drivers, so kind of cut off their weapons and made them into figures. So gonna have to get more people in the stands, man. You know, stands do not look packed for a 9-horse race, but as of right now, Ben-Hur is in the lead. I did buy the character figures, as you can tell. I have the Ben-Hur one and the Empress and Emperor. Actually, if you recall from the movie, it really wasn't. It was Pontius Pilate that was there. But Marx calls those the Empress and Emperor, so we're gonna go with that. And man, this will be coming down on Monday after Easter. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you're in Virginia Beach and you want to come check it out, it's in the garage. Hope you enjoyed these videos, and stay tuned for the diorama display coming soon. Okay, so after setting this up and starting to get actual measurements, I'm starting to see that the spina is just way too long. It only gives enough room for one chariot to pass, and that's going to be a little tight. So I've opted to take out the obelisk that's in the center, cut about 5 inches down, re-glue that, probably move the obelisk to here, and that'll give me about 5 more inches, so about 2.5 more on each side, and hopefully that'll be the only change. I really didn't want to go bigger than this. I guess I could buy more straight pieces and make it longer, but this is already 6 foot long, I think. It's 3 foot wide. So I think cutting the spina down is probably the easiest thing to do right now. Okay, so I cut about 5 inches out of there, and I'm gonna re-glue this piece right here. Just butt them up there. I think that won't look too bad. Again, this spina wasn't an exact replica of the one in Rome anyhow. It was just something I put together. I can still have room here to glue that obelisk in there, and this looks a little more realistic than just one chariot being able to make that turn, even though it's still pretty tight. I think it'll look okay for a diorama. So that's what we're going with. Okay, so as I'm setting this up, I've painted all these silver, but at closer look, several of these are banners. Not sure about those. Definitely the gold eagle at the top. So there's 4 different types. I'm gonna leave these ones silver. These I'll paint just the banner part red, probably the top banner red, and give this a gold eagle on all those. Okay, so as I'm coming down to the middle of the week, this is Wednesday before Good Friday, I'm trying to get this done for Easter weekend. I'm thinking, now that I have a little extra time and most of the stuff is done and all the chariots have been glued and fixed, and yes, I have 9 chariots in there, which is exactly what they had in the Ben-Hur movie with only 1 set of white horses. I think I'm going to take some time and put some real sand in here. I got some real sand from Virginia Beach. And I think if I just kind of maybe put it on the inside or just a little bit here on the outside, I think it'll look better than just having the tan bed sheet. So that's where I am today. Yep, I think it looks so much better with just a light dusting of Virginia Beach finest sand, and even with the flat sheet making a few waves, actually I think it looks more natural like that. It looks pretty good, so gonna go with that, and I think begin setting up some figures here. What I'm gonna do is try to keep all the Marx original figures in here, not mix them up with any other sets that I have, and then on the back side where I created the Roman city area behind the Roman wall, I'll probably just use a bunch of other figures that are not Marx. So they're really just going to be in the background for this here. So. Okay, so after I'm setting this up, I can see I need a lot more spectators in here. So I am going to start cutting weapons off, the easy fix when you have a bunch of extras as I do here. I don't need this many gladiators. I'll probably cut half of these down. The ones that I can, the ones easy ones, I can cut the shield off, cut the spears out, and make them more spectators. Working here in the garage, watching the newer Ben-Hur flick. Just realized that I had these Remco ships in the attic, and I just added another little table on here, maybe 2 foot wide by 3 foot long, and yeah, made a little landing dock here. So kind of fits into the scene. I know it's not the battle scene with the ships and all, but I think it'll work.